Hey, good morning. So we wrapped up our series last night on when God. And over the last 3 weeks, first week we looked at God as being inattentive. Second week was when God seems uncooperative. And last night was when God seems late. Well, I think we've all felt that at some point in our lives. And the story came out of John 11, where a very familiar portion of Scripture where Lazarus lay sick, and Mary and Martha sent word to Jesus, and hopefully you know that story. I don't know, did we cover that whole story or not?
Yeah, I think most people know it.
Yeah. Well, I love interrupting people, but it's like, well, first off, God is never late.
No, absolutely.
And we kind of know that,
Yeah.
but we struggle with it.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
Sure.
Yep.
It's like, I don't get it.
No.
Yeah.
But
Our timetable is very different oftentimes
Yeah.
than
Yes.
God's.
He always comes through, and yet we're always worried about it.
Right.
I for one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were just saying before we started filming.
Oh, yeah. So sometimes, oftentimes, when God appears like he's late, he's not coming through on our timetable, we can be quick to worry, try to fix it, be frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
But the times in our lives when God has paved the way for something where there's no delay and doors open and things boom, boom, boom happen, oftentimes we can be really slow to give him the glory, the praise for that. It's just, we kind of assume that. But man, if we feel like God's late, everything stirs up in us.
And I wonder what the ratio there is.
Yeah.
I think more times than not, he comes
It's true.
through and, we're not living in all this sorrow all of the time. But one of the points that he made in the story of Lazarus was that it was so that they would believe. That and also that God would get the glory in the whole situation. But you can kind of empathize with Mary and Martha. They called for Jesus. They're waiting. They know once he gets there, they're reassuring Lazarus, he's coming. You'll be okay. And Jesus delays.
Yeah.
But for a purpose.
Everything that, and one of the things that he brings out is the message that Mary and Martha sent to Jesus was, Jesus, the one you love, is sick.
Yeah.
And so because of that close connection they had with Jesus, I'm sure they thought, he'll be here, he'll be
sure.
here.
Yeah.
All their history with him said he'll come, he'll do the things only he can do.
Right. And we've probably all uttered, Lord, if only you had, not that we're expecting them to be here physically like they were, but we know, God, because the question that was raised last night was how many of us say, God, why wouldn't God do something about that? And whatever that is, whether you look at famine or, murder, different types of things, we know God could do take care of all of those things, but his ways are so much higher than our ways.
Yeah. But it seems like a lot of times his involvement is last minute. That frustrates us.
Yeah.
Yet he comes through, but it's last minute. It's like, why can't you do it a little earlier? Why do we have to wait and wait and wait? And in this case, Lazarus is dead.
Yeah.
It's like,
dead.
Yeah, and I didn't see them guilt. The women didn't guilt trip him like, Jesus, where were you? They kind of asked, where were you? Or why didn't you come earlier? Or if you'd come earlier, he wouldn't have died. But I don't read a lot of that in that passage. And of course, ultimately God gets the glory out of this.
And I think that's one of the keys is that for us, when we're in a situation medically, financially, relationally, we want a resolution that's very definite. But God has such a bigger thing he wants to do. He wants to do in your life and your walk with him. He wants to do something in this person over here and covering it all. He wants to bring glory to himself so that men and women would find him and know him. So he's doing much more. We're just seeing this one. I want God to do this thing because I need this for whatever reason.
Right.
And God's perspective, even in 2 Peter 3, that passage, verse 9, says that God's sense of timing, his slowness is not how we perceive it, and how it really is. And so he does everything differently than we do.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is important to remember.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
You agree? So,
I agree.
Now we're coming into a new series here coming up soon,
Starting next week.
Starting next week.
Crazy Like Us, it's called.
Crazy like us.
So
Not like us.
Crazy like us.
So we're going to have Pastor Brandon continue to lead.
That's right, because it would be so fitting and appropriate. Crazy like him.
It did say crazy like us, though, right?
Yes.
Not crazy like me,
No,
Yeah.
no.
you.
Yeah, there was no finger pointing in this one.
No, I won't. point
It'll be a
any
good
fingers.
series.
Yeah,
It will
for
be.
sure.
It will be.
Yeah, so we hope you enjoyed this series, and hope to see you on a Wednesday night coming soon. Summer's coming, warm weather, daylight's getting
Yeah.
longer.
Yeah.
It's a great time to be out, and it has grown. It has
Yeah,
been
it
growing.
Yeah, it was
consistently.
we were well attended last night.
Right.
Yeah.
It really
So we
was.
hope to see you, and we hope you have a great day. We hope to see you on Sunday as well. Have a great day today.